to learn English in a way that actually feels real life. I'm Amy, and today we're tackling a super practical situation, chatting with a neighbour in your apartment hallway.
Hi folks, I'm Justin. And honestly, hallway conversations can get a bit awkward for me sometimes, like, do you just say hi and keep walking? Or try to chat? I'm excited to figure this out together.
That's exactly why we're doing this episode. We'll break down how to start a chat and, more importantly, how to keep it rolling without sounding forced. Picture this. It's early evening, you're locking your apartment door after a long day, and suddenly you spot your neighbour coming down the hallway with a couple of grocery bags.
That actually happened to me last week, except I was fumbling with my keys and dropped my mail everywhere. Not my smoothest moment. But yeah, it's a super common scene.
Exactly. Real life isn't always perfect, right? But these little moments are the perfect chance to practice English naturally. So Justin, what's something you'd typically say to start things off when you bump into a neighbour in the hallway?
Usually I go with, "Hey, how's it going?" It's casual, but it opens the door for a real answer instead of just a quick hi.
That's perfect. Starting with, "How's it going?" feels inviting, but not nosy. And if you say it with a relaxed tone, it encourages the other person to share a bit more. So let's say I walk by and you ask, "How's it going?" I might reply, "Pretty good, just got back from the store." That gives a little detail for you to react to.
I like that because now I don't have to awkwardly hunt for a topic. I could jump in and say something like, "Not bad, just finished work. It's been a long day."
You nailed it. If both people add a detail or two, suddenly you have a bit of a conversation happening, not just polite noises. I always find it helps to show you get what the other person is saying. So if you mention a long day, I might say, "I know what you mean. Mondays can be tough."
It makes things feel less stiff, right? When someone tells me they're tired after work, I instantly feel less alone, like, oh, we're all in this together.
Totally. Empathy keeps small talk from feeling like empty words. People appreciate when you connect, even if it's just about being tired. Now, let's say you want to keep things going. A great way is to ask something related, like, "Do you usually get home around this time?"
That's a good one. It's casual and doesn't pry. I usually answer with something like, "Yeah, most days. Traffic can be unpredictable, though."
And then you get a little laugh going. It's amazing how traffic horror stories can unite neighbours. That actually leads into another great small talk topic, life in the building itself. So, Justin, would you ask how long someone's lived there?
Definitely. I'd say, "Have you lived here long?" It's open-ended, so maybe they'll share a story about moving in or something funny that happened.
Love that. Initiating that question shows you're interested, but not overly personal. And most people like to talk about where they live. If someone says they moved in last fall, you've got a follow-up ready like, "Oh, nice, so you've experienced winter here."
That's always a fun one, especially if the winter was rough. I remember my first winter. It was way colder than I thought. The heating barely kept up.
See, now you're swapping real stories. It's way more engaging than just listing facts. Funny you mentioned the heating. I've lived through my share of chilly nights too. And don't even get me started on waiting for the elevator during rush hour.
One morning, I swear I waited almost 10 minutes for the elevator. It's a great conversation starter. Everyone's got an elevator story.
Exactly. Elevators, heating, even the mailroom, they're all part of the shared experience that makes small talk easy. Let's not forget building noise. I usually ask, "Is it pretty quiet on your floor?"
Honestly, I think we've got the right balance, enough activity that it feels lively, but not so much you can't relax. Plus, the occasional piano from 3B adds some flavor.
I'm with you on that. It's nice when you recognize a neighbor's music or see the same faces in the hallway. Makes the place feel friendly, not just a box with doors. Something I really like here is how people usually say hello, even just a quick wave. It makes the building feel warmer somehow.
It surprised me at first, because my last place was super quiet, nobody talked. Here, it's relaxed, but still respectful. That small greeting breaks the ice for future chats, too.
Exactly. Little gestures like that build a sense of community, which is great if you're trying to practice your English or just feel more at home. Before wrapping up, I usually like to ask about the weekend it's easy and everyone has something to say. For example, got anything interesting coming up this weekend?
That's a smooth way to keep it light and friendly. Most of the time, I'll say something like, maybe. I'm still figuring that out, which leaves the door open either way.
And just like that, your conversation can naturally pause or go deeper, depending on how much either person wants to share. So, to sum up, today we walked through greeting a neighbor, sharing little details, asking easy questions, and connecting over life in the building, all in real, natural English.
It feels a lot less intimidating now. I love that we kept things relaxed, no memorized scripts, just building on whatever comes up in the moment.
So, Justin, I'm curious, do you have anything fun or exciting lined up for the weekend? Or is it going to be one of those super chill ones?
Well, funny enough, I think this weekend's going to be all about catching up on those little things I've ignored. I've got groceries to buy, laundry piling up, nothing glamorous, but it needs to get done.
I totally get that. Sometimes a weekend full of errands can actually feel pretty satisfying, like checking boxes off your personal to-do list.
Honestly, there's something nice about just getting organized. By Sunday night, I feel like I've actually accomplished something, even if it's just restocking the fridge.
That actually reminds me, I've been wanting to mix things up a little. Have you noticed that new cafe that just opened down the street?
Oh, I know which one you mean. I've walked past it a few times and the place always looks so cozy, but I haven't tried it yet, have you?
Not yet. I keep telling myself I'll go, but then life gets in the way. I hear their pastries are pretty amazing though.
Now I'm even more curious. Pastries are definitely my weakness, especially if there's good coffee involved.
What do you think maybe we could check it out together this Saturday? No pressure, just if you're free.
I'd actually love that. Grabbing coffee and a pastry sounds way better than staring at my laundry pile first thing in the morning.
It's always more fun to try a new spot with someone else. Plus, you can judge their coffee together.
Totally. And it's a good excuse to start Saturday on a high note.
So, what do you think, should we meet in the morning, or would you rather go later in the day? I'm pretty flexible.
I'm usually an early riser on weekends, so morning works for me. Plus, I think the vibe is just nicer before things get too busy.
I agree there's something about those quiet, early hours. And we'll probably have better luck getting a good seat too.
You know, if we went in the afternoon, I bet it'd be packed with people. Last time I went to a new place afternoon, there was a line out the door.
That's happened to me too. You end up spending more time waiting than actually enjoying yourself. Early is definitely the move.
Plus, getting out in the morning kind of makes the rest of the day feel more open, like you've already done something fun.
Exactly. And then we both still have the rest of Saturday to do whatever else comes up. Speaking of crowds, have you noticed how weekends in this neighborhood have gotten a lot busier lately? Even the sidewalks feel packed sometimes.
Yeah, it really feels like everyone comes out at the same time. That's another reason I like to get out earlier. Less bumping into people, more room to breathe.
True. And it's way easier to relax when you're not surrounded by 100 other caffeine-hungry neighbors.
Part of the fun is not knowing exactly what you'll get, though. Sometimes the best spots are the ones you just stumble into on a whim.
Absolutely. I love discovering little places like that, like the ones that don't look like much from outside but have amazing food or a hidden quiet corner.
That's how I found my favorite sandwich place, actually. Took a chance, and now I go all the time.
So just to double check, Saturday morning works for you. I'm thinking maybe around 9:30.
9:30 sounds perfect to me. Gives me enough time to shake off the last bit of sleep and get out the door.
Awesome. I'll see you then. If anything changes, just shoot me a text.
Hey, I just noticed the time my phone's buzzing, and I have a work call in a couple minutes.
Oh, no worries at all. I don't want to make you late. Thanks for chatting. It's always nice running into you.
Same here. These quick hallway catch-ups are honestly the highlight of my week sometimes.
All right, I'll let you get to your call. Looking forward to Saturday.
Me too. See you then, Amy.
Take care, Justin. Have a good evening. Just a quick language note for everyone listening. Did you notice how saying "we could check it out" sounds much softer and friendlier than "let's go" or "you should come"? It gives the other person space to say yes or no easily.
Exactly. And using phrases like, "that sounds great," or "I'd be up for that," helps keep things relaxed, not too formal, but also genuinely positive. That's how real neighbors talk. Not just textbook examples.
And when it comes to saying goodbye, a simple "I should get going" or "take care" feels natural and polite. It's such a small detail, but it really makes the difference in daily life. So, that's a wrap. See how a quick hallway chat can turn into a full conversation, complete with plans, polite agreements, and a comfortable goodbye. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to Ace English Podcast. We're here to help you sound natural in real life.
Thanks so much for joining us and practicing along. We hope these little examples help you feel more confident next time you bump into someone in your own building. See you in the next episode.